Hey everybody, this is Tambeyoda, and today we have from the War for Cybertron Siege line, Autobot Alphastrike Counterforce. So here we have the Autobot Alphastrike Counterforce multi-pack box set. Now you can't see the figures that are actually inside the packaging. It's a box, but it has this artwork on the front where you can see all the figures that are included inside the box set. So now you have this G2-esque Sideswipe. You have Slamdance and a new figure, Trenchfoot. So this is a Battlemaster. This is a figure that it was supposed to be 2 tapes, but if you see when we come around here on the back. So right here on the side is just the name of the multi-pack. Now, I did post pictures a while back on my Facebook with all the sides in black light, so that you can see all the fluorescent paint and stuff on there. We have that on the top, and coming around to the back, you can see everything that's actually in here. So we have these Covert clone Sideswipe, so it's up here, and then down here, Slamdance, which consists of Grand Slam and Rain Dancer. Now, he's supposed to be 2 different tapes that form one robot in the G1 continuity, but they've went ahead, since it was an airplane and a tank, they just reused that Sky Tread mold that we had a little while ago, so they reused that. And then here we have Trenchfoot, which is basically a redeco of Caliburst. So we have all of those. Now, the counterpart to this set is this Decepticon Phantom Strike Squadron. At some point, hopefully, should be getting that in. It'll probably be a while down the road, but at some point when it does come in, we'll go ahead and do reviews of that. All right, so let's go ahead and get this box set open so we can check out everything that's inside. All right, so we're back. We have the 3 figures out of the packaging. Here they are. Once again, the Covert Ops Sideswipe. Then we have Slamdance and Trenchfoot. So there is an effect that comes in the packaging. So you get this little effect that goes with the Battlemaster. He does have a fairly large instruction thing here. It has all of them on there. So on one side it is Sideswipe and Trenchfoot, and then on the other side is Slamdance. So basically how to combine him all together. And then you have your different pieces of him, his different weapons and such. I don't think that they named them in here anywhere. And then you have his weapons also. That's Trenchfoot right there. That's his specs. It's pretty high. It's pretty high in specs for a weapon. And then you have all of Sideswipe's weapons here also. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at each of the figures here. So they all do come in their robot modes. They have all of their accessories. You have this 2-part blaster here that you can mount on his shoulder, or he can hold. You can have him dual wielding, so you can pull this apart and wield a piece in each hand. Or with Skytreads, Slamdance, you can have this weapon here, or if you want to, you can combine them together to make a larger gun, like that. Don't really care for that. And this guy right here doesn't really have a weapon. He just stands here until he turns into a weapon. All right, so let's go ahead and transform these guys so we can show that off. We'll go ahead and start with Sideswipe here. All right, so Sideswipe, we just need to remove this little gun thing right here. And all right, and after you remove the gun, you're gonna take and flip up the hood of the car. When you flip that up, then you're gonna flip this piece down, little chest piece. Just Just rotate up those arms, makes things a little bit easier. Flip these out. Flip those in. Go ahead and bring these up like that. And it'll help to push these pieces in here because those cover up this. And then once you have that done, you bring the feet in. That one is really stiff. Oops, before we do that, let's just go ahead and flip this around. And then close these panels back up. I'm going to take these up like this, and these will rotate in like this. It all rotates nice and neat in, and then these will tab in into there and into there. And here is Sideswipe. It's very black, very black. I do recognize that. Let's kind of see if we can fix that a little bit. So there he is. You can see him a little bit better there. But so I've seen a couple of people comment about these red pieces right here on the shoulders, where the regular Sideswipe, these are black, and some have talked about actually going and swapping these out. So swapping these out so that then Sideswipe, regular G1 Sideswipe will have red all the way through, and then swapping them out onto here so that this one has black all the way through. I don't really know how those would look. Hopefully they look really cool. I don't have my Sideswipe anymore, and I know that you have to pop some pins out to actually get those, get access to those. So there's that, and then you can take his guns and you can mount them on top like that, or you can mount it like this if you want. I bet you can mount it with it like this too. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. All right, so we'll go ahead and switch these guys out. So for Slamdance, you have two different figures basically with him. He consists of the top half being Rain Dance and then the bottom half being Grand Slam. So basically the first thing you want to do is you should want to rip them in half. Just like that. And we want to take these guns because we're going to need the guns for Grand Slam. So we'll take these panels. These panels have to come open like that. And bring these down. Tab them together, and then this right here will go like this. So you're going to take this connector and tab it into right here. Two little spots. All right, and once that's tabbed in, then you'll take these and close this up. These kind of will tab in a little bit there. And then you take this gun right here. It goes barely right here. And then this gun right here can go on either side of this gun. So that is Grand Slam. And now you need Rain Dance. So with this one right here, we'll go ahead and we'll just bend in the hands, and we'll take and bring this up. This folds down onto here. This folds down onto here. All right, this folds down here, and then these pieces, I'm trying to remember exactly how. I know that these connect together somehow. Rotate them around like this. Okay, take a look, and you'll see that there's these little notches right here, right next to those holes, and those will notch into here, and that's the indicator which way you need to have these twisted. All right, once all that's together, Then you got Rain Dance. So if you wanted to give him a weapon, he has a couple places where you can tab that extra gun into. You can tab it up here in the front. You can tab it on a wing over here. You can tab it in the shoulders. Probably could flip out one of the fists and tab it right here also. So. Oh yeah, and he does have this port on the top, so you can tab him up there also. All right, and then for Trenchfoot, it's really easy. All you're gonna do is you're gonna flip this forward, take, and these are already tabbed in together. So you're just gonna basically at the hip right here, you're gonna flip this up, flip this around so that it tabs into here. Yeah, so you're gonna tab that in like that. And then these, there's like some tabs that are underneath the hands, and that just tabs into these little notches on the hips. There you go. You got a gun, and you can take this little fire blast piece right here, and choo, choo, you have a gun. So really, we need another character in a robot mode to hold him. So let's go ahead and get these guys back into robot modes. Go ahead and start with this G2 Sideswipe again. So the easiest thing to do is to go ahead and just flip all this stuff out. Flip all this out. Take this panel, flip this panel open. Flip this around. All right, and once you have that, you can flip these panels down right here, and that'll kind of help you with pushing the feet out. Push those feet out. Bring this, rotate the waist around. Then you want to take this piece right here, flip it forward, and flip this. Oops, I'm getting stuck on here. There we go. All right, flip that all the way back down, tab that into there, flip out the fist, flip out the fist, flip down the hands. And I forgot to do something. So before you bring that down, just flip these panels in and then bring that down. So. All right, so he's back into his robot mode, and we'll just put this back on top here. So this nice little shoulder cannon, and now we can wield Trenchfoot. There he goes, old Trenchfoot. And then to get these guys back into their robot modes, go ahead and remove all these pieces. Flip, open these leg compartments. Flip this up. Close these back up again. Okay. All right, so we got the feet. Bring these back out. Flip that like that. Then this will come in, fill that in. This will fill in the other side. You flip out the fist, rotate that arm all the way around. And last thing you want to do is we'll go ahead and bring all of this down. And this will tab into each of these sides. I'll make sure everything is all nice and snug. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. And now all we need to do is just connect the two pieces, and there's Slamdance back into his robot mode. You can flip these back if you want to a little bit. Give him his guns. All right. All right, so real quickly, we'll go ahead and transform this guy back, and we'll show off articulation for all three of these guys. Untab that, bring that down like that. This flips around. And you're back into robot mode. Okay, so articulation, we'll start with this little guy. Basically 4 points of articulation. So each of the shoulders and each of the hips. So the legs go forward and back, go out to the side, and basically the same thing for the arms. All right, and then coming to Slamdance. A little bit more than 4 points of articulation. He has a head joint, so basically you can move his head up and down, left and right. I'm not sure if that's a ball joint or not. Now he has 2 different joints for the shoulder. He has one that moves forward and back, and then a pinned joint for out to the side. Then you have this swivel right here, a pinned elbow. Nothing really with a wrist except for a tilt-in because of the transformation. Now the... Oh yeah, it does have a hip. Okay. There is a waist articulation, hip articulation, forward, back, another pin joint to go out to the side, swivel, knee. How far can that go? Only about 90 degrees. Now you have a pivot at the foot, and you can bend the toes down and a little bit up. So. And then now for G2 Sideswipe, the head, there is arms. There's 2 different joints in the arms, or in the shoulders. There's another pivot, bicep pivot, then your elbow. Wrist can do that because of transformation. You have a twist right here, right underneath the waist. You have the hip, forward, back, up to the side. It's 2 different joints. And then you can see the pin right there whenever you twist this. Your knee joint, your foot, it can rock a lot. And then up and down just a little bit. All right. Right, well, I have to say that my favorite figure out of this set, and probably out of the whole deluxe lines, at least for the deluxe lines, is this guy right here, this G2 Sideswipe. He is my favorite color scheme. With that red right here and that silver underneath it, it pops and it looks awesome, especially in car mode. I don't know, maybe I will get another Sideswipe, and maybe I'll try to pop out the pins and switch the arms out, because you're gonna have to pop out at least this pin right here, and it looks like this pin right here, and I have no idea how this other piece is attached underneath here. Let's see. Crud, I don't know how that's attached. I don't know if it's this whole piece on the inside. I don't know. But yeah, that's a lot of work. So we'll check it out. We'll take a look at it and see if it's worth doing. But yeah, I at least wanted to let you guys know that this guy, at least for the set, if you're going to get one figure out of the set, or if you can find him for pretty cheap, I would get this guy right here. He's pretty much worth it. And I have seen, I don't know if it was a Shapeways or a third-party company, but they're making the bandolier and all the weapons, the grenades, the rocket launcher, and everything for this guy. So be looking out for that. But he comes with this nifty little Battle Master Trigger Master guy right here. So, all right. Well, I want to thank you once again for watching. Thank you so much. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that right now. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. This is Tambeyoda. I'll see you guys next time.